Good evening, everyone. I am Kiran Khatri, professor at the MBA program of LJU, along with Ms. Mansi Gadir, first year management students at LJ. LJ has an illustrious alumni base, and alumni are a significant part of the LJ family. As a member of LJ family, it gives me tremendous joy and pride at the moment to begin the event Alumni Mantras, which is online series based on interaction between the students of LJ and the esteemed alumni of LJ MBA. It is indeed my great pleasure to welcome amongst us the alumni of this prestigious institution. Not only it is a moment of happiness and nostalgia for us, but also an opportunity to reflect on our learnings and achievements. Our alumni have established themselves as successful individuals in almost every field of their lives, and we could not be any prouder. Today, we are going to meet someone who's not only a businessman by profession, but also an entrepreneur by heart. After completion of his master degree in marketing from LGIMS, he had opted for a 9 to 6 job, but soon he realized that the job structure was not well suited for him. So he left his job in the year 2010 and started his own business by the name of Aerosol Management in the field of water, wastewater treatment by manufacturing water treatment plants and WT chemicals. Today, Aerosol Management is working with many MNCs as well as OEMs with a pan-India presence. The flagship products of the company are RO plants, switch treatment plants, effluent treatment plants, water softeners, DM plants, and WT chemicals. So it is our great pleasure to have Mr. Hardik Sompura, founder of Aerosol Management from the 2007-9 batch. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Sir Mansi will be asking some questions to you. So over to you, Mansi.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you so much for this wonderful introduction. I would like to thank LG Institute of Management Studies, the faculty members, and Kiran ma'am for giving me such a wonderful opportunity so that I can interact with our alumni, so that we can get some guidance from the stories and we can also have a bright futures ahead. So welcome, sir, again. So, sir, my first question for you is, what are the challenges you have come across in your journey and how you have overcome all those challenges?
Okay. Good evening, Mansi, and good evening, ma'am. I think for me, there were no challenges. There were only opportunities, at least from my point of view. But in reality, entrepreneurship did come with lots of challenges. Some of them are rewarding challenges, but apart from them, many are harsh challenges. Experienced entrepreneurs have to deal with this. No matter how long you have been into the business, you have to try to establish a brand, adjust to match or exit the competition, and keep your business profitable is a big challenge. No matter how many years you have been to in the business. But for new and young entrepreneurs like me, when we started business in back in 2010, there are some unique challenges that are especially difficult to overcome. If you are just getting into the game or you are thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, list of challenges are infinite and it becomes more if you're first generation entrepreneur like me, because in my family nobody has business I don't have business background, so it was very convenient for me to take up a 9 to 5 job and be happy with it. So the first and the most toughest challenge was to arrange for the the first challenge was to abandoning that career, whether I have to abandon that career of 9 to 5 job or to choose a business platform which I have to dedicate myself to starting and nurturing a business which eventually is going to be successful, but it is nearly impossible simultaneously to manage these two careers. So there are list of entrepreneurs who left their promising job and jump into the business. It is very difficult to walk away from the promising career for a long-term opportunity. which may not be very fruitful for you in the future. Then comes the first challenge was the financing. I'll tell you, I mean, most of the entrepreneurs face this challenge. I'll tell you my story of, this first challenge was, I did a corporate job for around 15-16 months. And I did save some money. One thing was sure, that I don't want to take money from my parents or from the family to start my own business. I had some savings. It was not, I mean, still I was 15,000 short for, the first lot of order. So I took money from my girlfriend at that time, 10 years back. I took 15,000, and I was all set for the business. But that money still I am paying the, that is still I'm paying, because that girlfriend in 2010 is now a wife, and I'm still paying the money in the form of interest. So you have to take that call. It is just a joke, but you have to take that call. How far you want to go for the business. Then comes, there are other challenges. Then comes the team building. Team building is very stressful and difficult thing. Then because you have to assess how profitable the team would be to your business, how culturally they would be fit to your business. Then comes the rule making, because it seems very lucrative that I will be making the rule, I will be my own boss, I'll be making rules and I will be imposing. But it is very difficult, because you have to maintain that line between the, you cannot just impose anything and everything on someone. You have to become a visionary. You have to always you always have to come up with the plan B. You have to assess the competition. You have to make all this consideration. But still, it is a part of being and that is the crux of being an entrepreneur, because that's a one-time opportunity. There is one life, and you have to give it a one shot. So it is a crux of being an entrepreneur. You have to face these challenges. There may be many more, because you have to deal with the unknown. So that there may list of challenges may be many apart from these also.
Yeah, so though being a first generation entrepreneur, you have faced a lot of challenges. So it seems that you are ready for all those challenges and you have faced it so well. So how have you been, sir, enjoyed this entrepreneur journey?
I missed that part. What did you ask?
So what you have enjoyed most about sharing or starting your own entrepreneur journey?
Okay. See, as I said, you become your own boss. That is the first and foremost thing. There is a saying that people don't leave the company, they leave their bosses. If it is true, I mean, then the first good reason to start up or to become an entrepreneur is to become your own boss. You don't have to work under pressure. You don't have to work under anyone's leadership. You don't have to compromise on your ideas, which you could not implement because your boss didn't like. Then comes, once you are an entrepreneur, you can express yourself. The sky is the limit for you. Then entrepreneurship is a journey of self exploration, I would say. You may find a real and you can do something you love. Then you can do something you are not qualified. If I'm a marketing person, so if I am doing a job or corporate job or something, so I may not be able to poke my nose into the finance things, or I may not be able to give my opinion about how the product should be designed, how the top end strategies should be done, how the financing, how the HR could be done. But right now I can do anything and everything I want to do, without holding a degree. I can do all sort of things. I'm basically an engineer. I work for engineering company for 16 months, but now I'm also doing finance, accounting, everything. I'm also looking after administration sometimes. So that is the most uh, you know uh, uh, lovable part, I would say. I like to enjoy everything. I do budgeting, administration, everything I can do.
Yeah, right. So being an entrepreneur, you can enjoy all the moments around that, not particular specific.
Yeah, even you can become more productive. You become a job creator. You become more productive. When I was doing job, I was doing 9 to 6, but I was productive for at least 3 or 4 hours. Now I'm doing 9 hour jobs. The time frame is same, but I'm more productive. For I may be thinking about taking business to the new height. I may be thinking about how the competition can be exceeded, or how we can do quality work, how product can be improved, how team can be improved. So everything is come up with this.
So, sir, what habits help you to make a successful entrepreneur?
Okay, I'm a firm believer of Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory. I mean, you must have studied in the first year. And for me, self actualization is by far the most important thing. There were many moments which are very important, like when we got the first big project, we cut out the first big deal, or maybe we got through the first consignment, which played a turnaround in our company or business. But we are here because of the people. We are here where we are because of the people who work with us day and night, round the clock. From unskilled daily wager to the manager level, or maybe supervisor level. So they had played very crucial part in our journey from throughout these all these years, throughout 10 years. So I have had many dreams in my life. Some are accomplished till date. Some I'm still pursuing, but it is always good to see that you are the reason behind someone's dreams fulfillment. I mean, it gives a immense satisfaction, how big or small dreams they have achieved. And I know that some part of that dream has been achieved by me, or I had played that a little role in their fulfillment. So yes, seeing all happiness all around people's faces is the most satisfying moment for me.
So, sir, in this pandemic, what is your business affected? And if yes, then how you have tackled those problems regarding this pandemic situation?
Oh yes, pandemic has been proved as brutal for us as around the world. I mean, it was we were not the exception, that our business was not affected. We were doing well. Say though we are some of our products are into the essential services. We are dealing into the products. Some of our services are essential. Some of our products are fall into the essential goods category. But we were working during lockdown also in the last year when this lockdown happened in March. In the month of April, we were working in our factories. But the biggest challenge, of course, was sales volume has gone down. No matter, I mean, demand was there, but what was worrisome for us was to how to handle those clients who are into the real need of products, and how to manage manpower during that time, how to manage the logistics, since we didn't wanted to do business at the stake of someone's life. It could be ours also, or maybe someone else's. We do not wanted to do that. We were not able to do full-fledged operation due to COVID protocols, like we have to follow social distancing norms. Then we have to work with 50% manpower. So there were many things were there. But there was a time when we have to take that call, the letting some projects go out of our hands, or for the safety of our staff, for our families, for ourselves. But things are getting normal now, and let's hope for the brighter future. Let's see what happens now.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for answering the questions. It was a great session, and it was really, I'm blessed to have you today. So I can learn many things from you. So
Thank
thank
you
you
very
so
much.
much, sir, for your valuable time. Over to
Thank
you,
you.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So, sir, I have one last question, that in this
Yes.
journey of entrepreneurship that you have talked to us, how has LJ been a catalyst? How has LJ helped you to go for
I
your
was
dreams and to
Yes,
achieve
I was
your
expecting this question. The question will come in the form that how LJ has played, or becoming entrepreneurs comes into your mind when this thing has started. So I'll tell you this funny incident. I was prepared for this question. So what happens when it journey started back in 2007, where these people are sitting right now at the end in the same classroom. So when we were into LJIMS 2007 to 2009, so whenever we go to our classmates or seniors, or maybe in the year 2000, we went to our juniors also to talk, to interact with them. So everyone has that one fundamental in their life was that we have to do something on our own over a period of time, maybe today, tomorrow, maybe after 5-10 years, no matter what time. And even when we were into college, so this movie Three Idiot came, and there was one funny dialogue, funny conversation is there, कि भाई इसने engineering किया, फिर MBA किया, अब बैंक में जॉब कर रहा है, तो गधा ही है ना वो तो. So that stuck, that might have stuck in many people's mind. So and when हम लोग बात करते थे तब भी यही होता था. We were discussing that we will start a चाय की टपरी पर जॉब नहीं करेंगे, कुछ भी करेंगे, चाय की टपरी खोलेंगे लेकिन जॉब नहीं करेंगे. Even one of our batchmate got through, he started MBA Dosawala in the name of MBA Dosawala. And back in 2007, these tea joints and dosa joints were, many of them were not popular. So he got appeared in Ahmedabad Mirror on the front page. So this foundation started in LJ. I mean, I think the vibe of LJ is like that. They have produced many more entrepreneurs like us. I mean, ma'am would know many of them. So it all started from there only. I think there is something in the air of LJ.
Yes, sir, sure. We have had a long list of entrepreneurs coming out from LJ.
Yes.
Similarly, we have a lot of professionals coming out of LJ, and we are very proud at all of our alumni base because they have been incredibly successful in whatever endeavors they have taken in their lives. So, sir, from on behalf of LJ and entire LJ family, I am extremely grateful to you for giving us your time. Sir, I particularly liked about how you listed down the major entrepreneurial challenges that you have faced during your business journey. So starting from leaving the job to making a decision for leaving the job, to financing issues and team building and dealing with the unknown. So I think these are the core issues that any person who is comfortable in their jobs would be facing when they want to start a business. So you've actually highlighted those issues for us. One particular line that really stuck with me, and I'm sure the students would also learn a lot, is entrepreneurship is a journey of self-exploration. So that really struck a chord with me because it's really true, like you have rightly pointed out, that how you have to struggle in all the areas of a business, whether it is finance or HR or marketing or production or planning or budgeting or operations. So there are a lot of multiple facets. So it is not just starting up a business and selling a product. There are a lot of facets to it, and students who want to go for it should basically try to focus on all these areas. So you have made this thing very clear to all of us. So thank you, sir, and we are extremely grateful to you for your time, and hope to see you next time with a different format, so that we can have a longer chat with you. Thank you from our side, sir.
Thank you very much for having me, ma'am. Thank you very much.